Channel, guys. My name is Phil. I'm with my lovely co-host Sam, and we have Gary Gulman today for the first time on the channel.
Some more comedy. Woohoo!
Sam's favorite, or one of, I should say,
Yes.
but wasn't a fan of stand-up comedy, or didn't know you were a fan of stand-up comedy until we started to do comedy on the channel.
I wouldn't say I wasn't a fan. I just never really had much exposure to it, and it wasn't something that I sought out on my own time, but now I'm loving it.
Yeah, and we're getting exposed to Gary here for the first time because of requests from Dawn. Dawn's made a lot of requests on our channel. Our paid request link is down below in the description, and we're very grateful for all the support that
Thank
you've
you so
given
much,
us,
guys.
Dawn. And he said Gary's one of his favorite comedians, so he's excited for us to check it out, and hopefully you guys enjoy his suggestion as well. You ready to see what he's all about?
I am. Let's do it.
And this is on the Conan O'Brien Show.
I just wanted to share with you a romantic technique that's really enhanced my relationship lately. My girlfriend and I have been role playing. We role play, and it's fun. The other night, she was Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, and I was Deputy Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. So there was that status thing. She was my boss, and I didn't feel she pushed her agenda enough. My favorite one is professor and senior who needs to pass my class to graduate. So I'm a professor at a prestigious New England university, and my girlfriend is a senior in my intro to Western Civ. I know, why is she a senior in the intro? She gave me some BS about transferring in mid-semester from, I don't remember, I didn't buy it either. So, but she seemed like a good kid. She comes to my office hours Monday and Wednesday, 3 to 5, and by appointment. And she's wearing a very revealing tank top, little skirt, high heels. I know something's up. I'm wearing an Argyle sweater over an Oxford button-down, tan khakis, chocolate brown loafers with a belt to match. I look the balls, I gotta tell you. A little bit of cologne on, not so much that's wafting off into the dean's reception area, but enough where if you get close, you're like, oh, he came to play today. So she says, excuse me, Professor Lewis? I can't use my real last name at this college because they don't hire Jews. Well, something I'll address once I have tenure. But for now, it's go along to get along. So she says, excuse me, Professor Lewis, I think I might be in danger of failing your intro to Western Civ, and I just want you to know I'm willing to do anything to pass. And I said, anything? And she said, And so I looked at my rank book, and sure enough, she's going to have to pull out all the stops. I only give a midterm and a final. She got a 57 on the midterm. What was the median grade? Good question that nobody asked. 83. The kids did pretty good on this one. So what am I saying? I'm saying even with the curve, I don't have a lot of wiggle room. But a lot of times, if you show up to class and you participate, I'll pass you. I'll bump your grade up. I'm strict, but I'm fair. That's sort of my rep on campus. Oh, you got.
We're just going into the full role play here.
He's got all the bases covered with his character.
Doesn't sound like this is a role play. It sounds like a real story.
A full live play.
And Gary's matching the drapes here.
Yeah, and his purple shirt.
His outfits, I don't know if he planned that or not, but
Yeah. I'd assume probably not. Probably just coincidental that it...
what are your thoughts on Gary thus far?
I think he's good. I like that he has more of like a casual demeanor. He's laid back and he's kind of like slides some punchlines in there. You almost don't even expect it. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I guess this is also for late night TV, so it's going to be, a little more PG than some of the other comedians that we've done on the channel.
Yeah, because this is like actually on TV.
Yeah, which I'm not opposed to because we have done a fair share of vulgar comedians that, have to, well, not have to, but they sometimes intentionally push the boundaries on the vulgarity, right? Or on the language usage or the topics.
I think that like the other ones are direct vulgarity, whereas
Yes.
this one's more of like subtle vulgarity. We're getting there.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to, is like it's still somewhat taboo and adult humor, but it's not, there's not a lot of coarse language that needs to be used.
Not like
to
a
get
huge shock factor.
yeah, exactly. Get the jokes across in an, shocking, but not as shocking manner.
Yeah.
And you participate, I'll pass you. I'll bump your grade up. I'm strict, but I'm fair. That's sort of my rep on campus. Oh, you got Lewis. Yeah, he's strict, but he's fair. And I heard he's a Jew. He's either a Jew or he's had the flu 4 Rosh Hashanahs in a row. So I said, obviously her attendance is abysmal. The only time she raised her hand is to ask if it's going to be on the test. One of those. And so I said, how do you feel about a little extra credit? She said, oh yeah, you going to give me some extra credit? I would love some extra credit. I said, I'll give you more extra credit than you can handle. And she said, I believe I can take every inch of your extra credit. And I said, that's not how we measure extra credit. I don't know what they did at UMass, but here we go by pages. I'd like you to write a 12-page paper on the Industrial Revolution or an equally broad topic of your choice, strict but fair. And if you get a 70 or better on the final, I'll pass you. And she said, I don't think you understand. I'll do anything to pass. I said, no, it's you that doesn't understand. A 12-page paper falls within the realm of anything. It's a subset of anything. I don't want to have to draw a Venn diagram for you. That's more of a math department thing. I don't want to step on any toes. Now, by this time, my girlfriend is, she's frustrated and a little angry. And she said, Gary, Professor Lewis. Gary, are we going to have sex tonight, or should I just put on my pajamas? She broke character. I was furious. It's finals week. I'm wearing an Argyle sweater. I'm sweating my balls off. And she wants to know, are we going to have sex? Are we going to have sex? Are you going to buckle down and stop wasting your parents' money? And I realized that at that point, I didn't want to have sex with her. I wanted her to be a better student. And she went to bed. I didn't care. I had papers to grade. Thank you so much, everybody.
He just got all the way into his character.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to win an award, like an Emmy or an Oscar, for being so dedicated to his role.
Yeah, best actor performance of the year.
He was role-playing.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Just not in the way that his girlfriend would have preferred.
Yeah, he would have won actor of the year.
So what are your general thoughts on Gary? Did you like this kind of comedy?
Yeah, I liked it. Like I said, I feel like it was laid back and, a little bit more like casual. It's kind of his delivery. And like I said, he was kind of like sliding some punchlines in there. And I was expecting it to take a turn and go a different way at the end. I was not expecting that. So he surprised me.
No, he just kept rolling with the role play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it too. It was lighter, a lighter subject. And, he clearly has fun when he's up there. And I think he does quite a few of these on Conan, or he had at least a series of them. And I think he was on like a reality TV show, something like that,
cool.
next best comic or something like that. Anyways, this was one of Don's favorites.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. You
Yeah, that
enjoyed
was
it.
good.
Hopefully you enjoyed it, Don. Hopefully everybody else that tuned in enjoyed this as well.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed hanging out with us. Remember, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It's just down below. And once you hit that button, it'll be sure to notify you when we drop anything new. Drop 2 videos every single day. It's not always comedy, but you can be on the lookout for that. We drop a couple of videos every single week.
Yeah.
And other than that, you just got to have a great day.
Hopefully you guys come back soon.
See you then.